Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Renee. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. I appreciate you all being here, and today is Palette Picker Friday. So we've got the Spin the Wheel app up. Let's see what she picks today. I turned the volume off on it. I'm so excited to see what I'm using today. Revolution Tweety palette. Oh, yay! I bought that palette, I'm not even sure. It hasn't been that long, maybe a year, but I love Tweety. So hang tight. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I'm back and I got the palette. I love Tweety Bird. So cute. So cute. Alright, let's open this up. That's the box, what the box looks like. Sit that over there. And then this is what the palette looks like. Pretty much the same, I guess. Open it up, and here is the color story inside. You can add a little pop of color, or you can do like a neutral look. I'm going to work today. It's my Friday, my Friday. And so we're probably just going to do a neutral look. Let me get my eyes prepped and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I'm back, and I used my Ulta Beauty matte eye primer to set my eyes. For my brows, I've got the Profusion brow palette that I got from RENEEA in a giveaway, and I used my Keys Soul Care. This is just an eyebrow gel to set my brows down. I got this from Bizy Beauty Customs. I really enjoy it, you guys. All right, so now let's get into this palette. I think I'm going to go into Escape, and I'm going to just set down my whole lid. I'm filming this on Wednesday. Today is the 27th. Yesterday, I woke up, took a shower and everything, and then when I went to my phone, I had a crap ton of text messages because my Aunt Donna had messaged me and my sister like in a group text, and so they had been talking back and forth. If you're new here and you don't know, my dad was born and raised in Maryland, and that's where a wealth of my family is. My dad met my mom when he got stationed in California in the Marines. Yeah, that's how they met. So, but my dad is originally from Maryland, even though he lives out here. So my dad's whole family is back there. And I got messages from them, well, from my aunt yesterday, telling us about the Francis Scott Key Bridge. And I also got a message from Amanda, because if you don't know, that's where Amanda lives, is in Maryland. She's not very far from where the Key Bridge is. So I'm going in with Protect to put in the crease. So I went onto YouTube, and I pulled up a live video that was going and started watching it, you know, because I'm just curious about what happened and everything that was going on. I'm just grateful that my family is safe and none of them were on the bridge when it happened. You know, it happened at 1:30 in the morning, so most people are at home in bed at that time, but there were some people on the bridge. Did I say it happened at like just before 1:30 a.m. in the morning? So not much traffic, but there were, from what I've heard, from what I've been watching, there was 13 construction workers that were on the bridge, and there were some cars. You can see that there was cars in the video that is posted on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I mean, it's everywhere. I mean, there were people that were actually like there when it happened and watched the bridge go down. It's just really sad. It's really sad. I mean, I'm grateful that it didn't happen like during rush hour, because it could have been so much worse. Not that it isn't bad, because it is. Like, people lost their lives and it's awful. And of course, everybody wants to start having conspiracy theories about what happened. You know, I mean, a lot of people would think that it was, like, there was even in an interview, news people that were asking if they thought it was an act of terrorism, which, you know, after 9/11, a lot of people back in that area, sometimes that's the first thing your mind goes to, because of what they went through, what we all went through when that happened. But just the way that it, from watching the videos, like, I can kind of see what happened. And then I was on Facebook, and a friend of mine that lives back there, she was talking about how when we were younger and we would cross the bridge, I'm going into Nest right now for my outer V, that when we were younger, we can remember, she remembers going across the Key Bridge and always seeing ships with tugboats to help them get out of the port. And when she said that, I was like, I remember that too. I remember that the big ships always had little tugboats that were there to guide them out of the port. And she was like, I wonder, like, whatever happened to that? Do they not do it anymore? And, like, I was thinking the same thing after she said that, you know? I was like, that's a good question. Why weren't they using a tugboat just in case, you know, to get it past the bridge, to make sure, like, nothing like this happens? You know, hopefully, once everything's said and done and the bridge is fixed and everything's back up and running, which is going to be a while, that they will start using tugboats again to guide the ship out of port safely past the bridge, to make sure that nothing like this can or does ever happen again. And a lot of people were curious as to how that bridge just went down the way that it did. But it was built. They started building it in 1972, and it was opened in 1977. So 5 years it took to build that bridge. I'm sure they can get it up and running quicker than that, but it's probably still going to be like, I don't know, maybe 3 years. I can't remember how long it took for them to build our second bridge in the Narrows, because we did have the Narrows Bridge. The original one fell because there was, when it would get windy, it would, like, rock up and down and all around when it was really windy. And there was one time that it was so bad it just couldn't handle it, and the whole bridge just went down. And then they built the next one, which has been there since then. I can't remember, like, the time frame or whatever, but they ended up building a second, like, I'm so tongue-tied this morning. I'm still asleep, you guys. They ended up building a second bridge not that many years ago. I'm pretty sure to help with the traffic and stuff like that. But after seeing the Key Bridge, like, I'm already afraid to go over bridges. Like, not like where I freeze, but I'm more afraid if I stop on a bridge. Like, I was taking my niece across the Narrows Bridge for a photo thing because she joined this, like, senior club thing, and they do, like, all these different fun photo shoots throughout their senior year. And my sister had stuff going on, so she asked me if I would take her, and I said yeah. Well, that day there had been an accident. There had been an accident on the other side of the bridge, and so we're driving. I didn't know about the accident until I got on the bridge. And all of a sudden, I'm going into fly right now to put on my lid. The traffic starts slowing down. And we're just almost across the bridge, but we're still on the bridge. And traffic starts slowing down. And I ended up getting in the left lane to go a little further, which was a big mistake because the exit for where my niece was going was right off the bridge on the other side. So I had to fight my way to get back over into the right lane. the traffic just came to a stop on the bridge. And dude, I don't think I've ever had a panic attack like that before. And I was trying to keep it together because I had my niece with me, but I was like freaking out inside so bad because I can drive across it, you know, because we're just like, I just keep my eyes forward most of the time because I don't want to, like, I don't know. I have to do things a certain way so that I don't freak out. And I'm okay with driving across it. However, I'm not okay being stopped on it. So I was freaking out. And I'm like holding on to the steering wheel for dear life. Just like, please don't stop. 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 And it stops. And I'm like, oh my God, please go. Please go. Please go. Please go. I was so scared, you guys. Like, bridges just terrify me. And I've walked it a couple times. Like, I always wanted to walk it, but I was always afraid and I didn't want to go by myself. And one day, a girl that I know at work said that she'd go with me. So we went and walked the bridge together and it was awesome. You know, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be. And I made it to the other side and back again, which was really great. But I'm still afraid, like, to be stopped on a bridge. Like, that's terrifying. So to see that is just like it can happen, you guys. It can. So that's why, like, it's not like it's an unwarranted fear to have. But none of my family, all my family was at home in bed, you know, sleeping. But I just feel bad because we really don't know how many cars were on the bridge. Like, can you imagine being one of the last people that made it across and just think that could have been me? You know, like, the thought would be so terrifying. Or to watch it happen in your rearview mirror, or to watch it happen as you're getting ready to go onto the bridge. You know what I mean? Like, that's just insane. I'm going to go off and I'm going to do my base, and then I will be right back and we can do the under eye together. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, I'm back and I've got all my base done. I used my ColourPop panning foundation. I love it. I used my Ofra bronzer blush that I got in Ice Cream Beauty. And I used my Fenty Beauty mascara for the upper lashes. So now let's get into the bottom lash line. But anyways, I think it's really important to not try to draw your own conclusions about what did or didn't happen or whatever. I mean, from the video, I can clearly see there are no tugboats. Do I think they probably should have had them? Maybe, yeah, but I don't work in the shipping industry. I don't know why, how, who, what, where, when. I don't know any of that stuff. I just know that I used to see tugboats with the ships when somebody said something about it, and then it kind of sparked a remembrance in me that I remember when tugboats would bring the ships. So do I think that that's probably something that they should implement going forward? Absolutely, just in case, because you never know what might happen. Do I think it's some big conspiracy theory and that, because a lot of people are saying that it's to distract us from what? It's like, I don't get it. From what? Like, I suppose that P. Diddy's home getting raided is also to distract us from whatever. Like, what? I just... People lost their lives, and I think that's the most important thing that we need to work on, and how are we going to prevent it from happening in the future? That's what we need to worry about. You know, the why and who's responsible, that will come out eventually, but right now I think we need to focus on the people that lost their lives and the families and the friends that have to deal with the fact that they lost loved ones in a horrible, horrible accident. You know, mechanical stuff fails. Cars break down. Ships break down. It happens. Like, I mean, there's planes that go down because people don't, you know, maybe they missed something in the inspection that they shouldn't have missed. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that unfortunately happens, and it's human error. We're not perfect, and we make mistakes. And unfortunately, in that kind of a job, you know, in certain jobs, if you make a mistake, it can cost somebody their life. And it's very sad. But sometimes there isn't anything other than that to it. Somebody who made the inspection made a mistake. And that's all I can think that happened. You know what I mean? Is that the ship wasn't, whoever was inspecting it didn't do the best job. And they missed something, which caused, like, maybe there was a faulty wire somewhere. And so when the ship lost power, the generators couldn't kick in to fix it. You know what I mean? Like, that is a good possibility that that's what happened. Is that inspection people didn't inspect to the best of their abilities. So I'm just doing a little bit of tight line here, and then we'll get, ooh, that looks nice. That looks really nice. Now what are we going to put in the water line? Oh, I poked myself in the eye. Now my eyes are watering a little bit. Should I try this one? This is Power Trip Multichrome from ColourPop. Gel liner. I started using the Moira ones, and they're actually not bad. The first time I tried it, I felt like I had like glitter specks in my eye. Oh, I also used my Believe Beauty powder. Did I do anything else? No, I don't think so. I think I'm going to use my IBY highlighter for my brow bone and for my inner corner. I think everybody needs to send lots of love and prayers to everybody in Maryland, in the Baltimore area. Anybody that was affected, send prayers their way. That's what they need. Prayers for healing, prayers that they're able to get everybody out of the water that went into the water. They did find 2 people. One declined to go to the emergency room because they said they were fine. Although, I don't buy that. Like, maybe physically, but emotionally and mentally, you had to have gone through it, going through something like that. You should at least go in and get evaluated. You know what I'm saying? Like, that had to have been a very traumatic experience to go through. You know, I think I would want to go to the hospital also. You know what I mean? Just to talk to somebody, just to have them look me over and make sure I was okay, and start some sort of therapy or counseling just to talk about the experience. Like, I don't know how long it would take me to ever be able to go on to another bridge again. You know, I think it might have been, maybe it was one of, like, the construction workers that was on there. I don't know if it would have been somebody that maybe got out of a car that went down. I'm not sure. You know, you can speculate all you want, but that doesn't make it fact. You know, saying this happened or that happened. I'm just saying, you know, what comes to mind. You know, maybe it was one of the construction workers because they were, you know what I mean, outside. But it could have been somebody from a car, because there are people that carry those, like, thingies. Those little car things that you have, and it'll cut the seatbelt and break the glass. Maybe they had one of those and they got out of their car. Maybe the person that went to the hospital, because there was one that was really badly injured that went to the hospital. But I would think it was probably one of the construction workers, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm sure more will come out with time. But there was a nice little history lesson that goes along with the Francis Scott Key Bridge, because it got its name from the person that wrote the Star Spangled Banner. And I wonder if I can find it. I'm using my AOA lip liner in Cuddle because I love this lip liner. I'll see if I can find it on Facebook real quick. Okay, I found it. On this day in 1977, I'm not sure when this post was made. It says 4 days ago. So, and then the post says, on this day in 1977, the Francis Scott Key Bridge, I-695, opened to traffic as the final link in I-695, the Baltimore Beltway. Shown here during its construction period that began in 1972, the 1.6-mile Key Bridge crosses over the Patapsco River. Scholars believe the span crosses within 100 yards of the site where Francis Scott Key witnessed the bombardment of Fort McHenry on the evening of September 12, 1814. The battle inspired Key to write the words of the Star Spangled Banner. And this is, oh my gosh, I just lost it. Crappy. But this is the pictures when it was being built. I just thought that was really interesting to learn because, you know, I've moved back and forth my entire life. I was born in, I'm just using this Illuminati gloss. I got it in Ice Cream Beauty. I was born in California. That's where my parents met and got together and everything. So, and my dad was in the military and he was stationed in California. So that's where I was born. But then we moved back to Baltimore and both of my sisters were born in Maryland. So I moved back and forth a lot of my life. So Baltimore is my home. California is my home. Like, regardless of where I am, like, those are where my roots are. Even though I'm up here in Washington, my roots are in California. My roots are in Maryland. And so it's sad when you know something like that is happening in an area that you've been, that you lived, you know, for periods of time. So it's just sad, and it made me think, you know, life is so very short and you just never know what can happen. So anyways, I think that's my look for today with the Tweety palette from I Heart Revolution. I'm going to put it back in its box because the box is too cute to get rid of. And it'll keep my palette safe. But anyways, let me know down below, what do you think? Oh, there's Sylvester creeping in the background. Let me know what you guys think of my look. I think it's perfect for my everyday workday look. I love I Heart Revolution. I know some people don't, but I like them. And I mean, look, you guys, I think it's really pretty. Should I add a little mascara to the lower lashes? I think this brush is a little long or big. Oh, finding words this morning is hard. Just add a little bit of fluffy fluff. Yeah, I like this look. I think it's really pretty. I never have issues with I Heart Revolution. But again, let me know down in the comments what you think. If you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will join the family if you haven't already. Just go down below, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn the notification bell up to all. That way you can get notified anytime I make a new upload. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And like I said, leave a comment down below. I love you all so very much. Thanks for hanging out with me. Prayers and love to everybody in the Baltimore area for healing. And, you know, there are a lot of people that are jumping on board to help, you know, because they're going to need some adjusting for a while, you know, their port, rebuilding the bridge. And, you know, it's going to be kind of a long road for them to get back to where they were. So just prayers and loves to everybody back east that was affected. And even if you don't live there and you have family that lives there, prayers and loves to you. And take care. Stay safe. I hope I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.